What's up? Today, actually, long time no see because I haven't filmed a video in literally since like the beginning of December, and it's actually Christmas Day when I'm filming this. So, but I come to you with a end of the year book haul. I said that you'd be getting a book haul in like, that vlog I did where I was building this book cart. It's actually normally filled and looks nice, but you know, I had to like take out the books to, you know, show you. It's Christmas Day, but you probably won't be seeing this until the new year because of the other videos that I have planned. Anyway, we don't care. And I'm pretty sure my last book haul was like 6 months ago. So I think this is fine. But literally, I'm going to be on a book buying ban because all these books that I have, I'm pretty sure are unread. So, and how many do we have? I have 17 books I'm going to show you. 15 of them are unread. And then even like the last haul video that I did, not even all of those are read. So, but I'm going to start by showing you in the order that I got them, you know what I mean? So, starting off with the first pile. These are books that I got for my birthday. So, first book I got was Before We Were Strangers by Renee Carlino. When I tell you, this is my most anticipated read of 2023. I feel like this is going to gouge my heart out and shoot it with a pistol. And I already read a literally heart-wrenching book this month. I read Timestamps by K.L. Krieg, but that was a 5-star book. It was so sad. Lord have mercy. I don't want to read this if it's gonna make me upset. Like, I just want something happy, fun, something I can smile about, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm really excited for this book. It's a second chance romance, and it's like set in the 1970s in New York, I think. 80s? Girl, I do not know. I said this in one of my other videos, but like, I'm really bad at explaining books, and I'm just gonna show you the book, say what I know, say what I feel, and then like move on, because we're not trying to be here all day. Next book I got was it's by one of my favorite authors, Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I am so excited to read this. This is like a dark academia book. I'm pretty sure it follows this girl, Alex, and she gets like into this Yale secret society. I don't know. Yeah, it's Leigh Bardugo. That's all I do know. And can you see it? Can you see it? This is my Grishaverse shelf. So I love this girl so much. So I'm very excited. Also, there's the sequel. I think it's called like Hellbent or something. I will be getting that even though I haven't even read this. Next, we have Uncultured by Daniela Mestyanek-Young. This is about a girl who, she was in a cult. I think she was born into a cult, and then she got out of the cult, and then I think she went into the military, which she talks about how the military is like a cult. So that's crazy how she went, you know, from one into another one. And then it's probably going to talk about how there's cults all around society, which is like the book Cultish that I read earlier this year. It's down there, you can't see it. I'm excited. I find cults interesting and learning about them. So, oh my god. And then we have, I think these are motivational books. These were gifted to me. I got Empowered Black Girl, Joyful Affirmations and Words of Resilience, and I got Badass Black Girl, all by MJ Fever. Whenever I'm feeling in need of these, look at the covers too, y'all. Like, I'm starting college soon. I'm gonna need this. I'm gonna need the motivation and the strength and the affirmations to keep going. Oh my god, I'm so excited about these next books. All right, so then I got Dance of Thieves and Vow of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. This is fantasy duology. I'm pretty sure it's like enemies to lovers. This was like the batch of books that were heavily promoted in the beginning of Book Talk. I don't know if you remember that. Like, it would be like fantasy recommendations. Babe, you're gonna see this. You're gonna see this. ACOTAR, Cruel Prince. Like, this was in the round of that. The Daughter of the Pirate King. You're gonna see these books involved in those. Anyway, truly don't know what these are about. Literally, I saw an Instagram post by Goodreads with Gray. I think it was them, or maybe it was Drew Reads. I'm not entirely sure, but they did like a annotation dump, and I read them, and I was just like, I have to have this just by one scene alone. Because why am I seeing $4.97? Not too much, Mary. Oh, these are books I bought from Abe's Books. These are books, the 2 books in this haul that I've already read. I read these earlier in the year, but I read them on ebook, but I had to get them in print. So first we have The Sweetest Oblivion by Daniel Laurie. This is my favorite dark romance book I have ever read. My favorite mafia book I have ever read. There's nothing that can compare to this book, and also the Maid series. The amount of people that I've gotten onto this series, I don't even know how I found this series, but I'm glad I found it, because now I'm branching out and I'm telling people, read this book, and then they tell me this is the best book I've ever read. I'm like, and then we go out and we try to find these other good mafia books. Nothing can compare to this and this series. I highly recommend these. This This one's my favorite out of the three. There's going to be a fourth book, The Purest Addiction. This book was a 5-star. This was the first book I read in 2022. I had to get a physical copy because I need to reread this book. If you do want to know, my second favorite is The Darkest Temptation, and my least favorite is The Mass Obsession. And then we have my favorite romance book of all time. Dare I say, my favorite book of all time. Marriage for One by Ella Mays. This book is so good, guys. It's so good. You might be like, ew, the cover. No. Because, guys, when you read this book, you're going to understand what this means. You're going to understand, because it looks like he's looking through a window or a glass, right? Yeah, you'll understand what this means if you read. Now, this book is a little lengthy. This book is 500 pages, but when I tell you, it is so worth it. Guys, please read this book. It's a little expensive, like getting it physically. I think it's like $20-something. Get it on Kindle. The Kindle app is free. Download it. It's like $3.99. Read this book, please. It's basically about this girl named Rose. How did I forget that? Her name is Rose, and she wants to open up this coffee shop, but she's having a lot of issues, right? Here comes Mr. Jack Hawthorne. He's a lawyer. He is dealing with... I think he's the lawyer for Rose's dad, but like Rose's family members, I think her uncle or something is trying to like take this space. Guys, I read this book in January, but this is the best book in the world, okay? I swear to God. Like, they basically have to pretend that they're a couple and get engaged and get married, and then they live the marriage life. Guys, basically, they are stuck in this business deal together. They have to pretend that they're married, so the business deal is legitimate, and they just, like, fall in love. Like, I don't know what to say. I would say if you like this book, read Timestamps by K.L. Krieg, read that book. It's 100% sadder, but it's kind of like the same vibes, not really. So then these are some books that I got from my school. They have this like table where it's just take these books. So I take the books. Like, you literally do not have to tell me twice. If these books are free, I'm taking them. So first I got this Where the Grass is Green and the Girls Are Pretty by Lauren Weisberger. This book is destroyed. What did you do to this book? It's free. I'm not complaining, but it's about like a mom and a drama. I'm really not gonna try and explain this to you because I don't know what it is. Then we have a Frederick Backman book. Britt Marie was here. You know, I hear a lot of stuff about him. I think he wrote Anxious People, other stuff, and I was just like, duh, like, let me. Then we have Terry Fox, His Story by Leslie Scrivener. This looks like it's gonna make me cry. Yeah. I don't know what this is about. And then we have Friends and Strangers by J. Courtney Sullivan. Again, I don't know what this is about. What I do know is this has extreme water damage. What did you do to this book? It is a thick book, and I love like just collecting these weird random books and never reading them. All right, so then we got our last pile. So these I got for Christmas. All right, so first we got Hood Feminism, Notes from the Woman That a Movement Forgot About by Miki Kendall. It talks about the feminist movement, but also what you can gather from the title, it's how feminism isn't for Black women and it's purely for white women.
Same day filming this, but I just wanted to add that feminism was originally built just to support white women and not all women, meaning POC and not just Black, but this book specifically focuses on how Black women were forgotten in the feminist movement back then and in modern times and stuff like that. But I do want to reiterate that it's all POC women that were forgotten and not supported throughout the movement.
Yeah, so it's like white women want to advocate for feminism but don't want to advocate for all women. I think this would be a great book to read. I love reading like, I don't know, like just introspective stuff like this, like Cultish, this book. I feel like I read another book like that, Uncultured. Like I like stuff like this, guys. Oh, Black No More. This book, I've yet to read it. It's literally not even long. Like, literally read it. This book? I got Demon in the Wood by Leigh Bardugo. This is the graphic novel prequel to the Shadow and Bone series. This is about, is this a spoiler? The Darkling and his backstory and everything. You get a little bit of that in, I forget which book it is, but you get a little like snippet of it in a certain book in the Shadow and Bone series, but this is a full-on graphic novel. Guys, I already started reading it. I'm like 20 pages in. It's a beautiful book. It's so beautiful, and I hate the Darkling. But if it's Leigh Bardugo, if it's Grishaverse, I'm going to read it regardless. Then we have a book book from one of my favorite authors this year. I read Downstairs Girl earlier in January. I had to get another book by her. This is Under a Painted Sky by Stacey Lee. She writes incredible, amazing, descriptive, heart-wrenching historical fiction that is digestible to read. So I love her. I'm so excited to read this book. It's basically about a Chinese girl, and I'm pretty sure a black girl, and they meet, and then they're trying to, I think they're in like they're like in the 80s. They're on the Oregon Trail, and they're on the run for different reasons, and then they meet these two boys along the way, and I heard it's about friendship. It's funny. Relationships brew. Crime ensues. I'm for it. Then we have maybe back in August or September, I read Meet Cute Diary by Emery Lee. It's down here. I read it and I enjoyed it. I gave like a 3.75, but her writing is so good. Emery Lee is so funny. The way they write their characters, so relatable. I just love Emery. She has another book out, Cafe con Leche. Is it Lychee? Leche? I'm uncultured, man. I think this is just another gay romance, and I'm excited to read about this. I cannot wait to read this. I think I got like 2 more books on the way. The Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo. Like I said, anything pertaining to the Grishaverse, I will be buying and reading and digesting and watching. I don't care. And then there's another book. It's supposed to be a surprise, so like whenever that comes, like this is what it is. If you know what it is, Future Chandler. That is it for this haul. Why do you have so many books that you haven't read? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be back. I'll see you guys next time.